most ruthless laws of the coral reef. Here, the successful predator is skilled at much more than administering death. Its real instinct is toward the abnormal. And none is more sensitive to such irregularities than this lumbering creature, the grouper. To support this claim, Stoneman has devised a simple yet effective experiment. While Dr. Emery occupies an interested grouper with free food at one end of the reef, the Foundation team places one of its favorite prey in a clear glass bowl at the other end. Confined by the glass walls, the prey will have to alter its swimming and behavioral patterns. The divers question whether the grouper will recognize the abnormality and try to exploit it. Already, the grouper seems less interested in Emery's offer. While nearby, the captured fish is quickly subject to many interested and aggressive inquisitors. The grouper is clearly aware that a meal is to be had elsewhere on the reef, but with a remarkable display of patience and instinct, it accepts an appetizer from Dr. Emery before heading off for more substantial fare. The prey fish springs back to life as the grouper vents his frustration at being foiled by the glass protection. The experiment has been a complete success. The Foundation has witnessed the acute sensitivity at a substantial distance of a predator guided by nothing more than abnormal activity on a remote section of the reef. They learned something of a victim's sensitivity as well. Despite Cliff Kemp's best efforts, the prey fish steadfastly refuses to leave the protection of the bowl while the environment outside remains hostile. And when it finally does escape, it merely leaves one form of protection for another. Ascending to the surface, the Foundation divers notice the same grouper, still a very excited presence on the reef, and it's soon clear why. An obviously injured fish is laboring its way towards some form of protection. The divers have saved one potential victim, but they know they can't save this one, for just below, the inevitable has already begun. If the active feeders, such as groupers, supply drama to the life of the ocean, it is this sleek killer, the barracuda, that personifies its horror. These streamlined predators are simply machines of death for the smaller fish on which they prey, and that, for Stoneman, inspires a particular interest.
Swimming beneath their penetrating glare, it is difficult to prevent a slight feeling of apprehension and uneasiness, like thinking the sights of a rifle are trained exclusively on you. It is a posture not uncommon to the barracuda's method of predation, and it even has a name: the pike effect. Whether they are suspended, waiting to ambush their prey, or slicing through the water, it is always at that moment that they shift their body into a position that points directly at their target that the victims can almost certainly recognize the end is near.
As the angles of the fish's body alter within a gentle current, so do their levels of appearance. One moment finds a harmless resolve to remain camouflaged, while the next seems a blatant desire to frighten. But in this exchange, as is usual, it is man who frightens the predator away.